guys, today by request I'm going to do some chocolate chip muffins with the BS 1.1. So I've got my 10 centimeter dry baking dish. I'm going to be using my 12 centimeter cook pot. So I've got my baking dish here, and this is one complete pack of Betty Crocker chocolate chip muffin mix. Which is quite a bit for me. I usually just make about half of this myself when I'm... That way I get 2 breakfasts out of 1 pack, and it's enough for me. But if you're doing a lot of miles and you're taking in a lot of calories, you may want to make the whole pack. So we've got that in there. And see if I can show you. It comes up to about right. The mix comes about halfway, I would say. Now, one thing I want to note that I found out is this just add water mix versus some of the other brands that you add milk to. They tend to rise, and when the muffin's done, it's usually above the dry baking dish by at least probably a ½ inch. So I'm just going to toss in my dry baking ring and put the 10 centimeter dry baking dish down in there, get it in the center, and then I've got 1 ounce of heat. This is a 1 ounce fuel bottle. Just make sure the vents are open. We'll go ahead and stick this on there. We'll let the stove, when it gets up, heats up a little bit, we'll let it turn it down. Just go ahead and center it up on the stove. And use a carbon felt windscreen. And let's get a timer started. I imagine it's going to take about 20 to 25 minutes for this. Go ahead and turn it down. And then I'm going to close it up for now, and then once the stove gets nice and hot, I'll open it back up somewhat. Try to help regulate the temperature. Okay, so it's been about 7.5 minutes or so, and I've opened up the windscreen a little bit, and you can see the flame pattern we have. It doesn't need to be very high. Let me see. Turn this light on. Doesn't need to be real high. Just needs the nice low steady flame, and that should do the trick. And I'm going to let this go about 20 minutes or so, and then we'll come back and check on it. Okay, we're 20 minutes in. Show you what the flame's looking like. 20 minutes in, low flame, and let's see what we look like here. Okay, it's risen. It's still wet in the center there. It's about 1/8 of an inch, 3/16 of an inch from the top of the dry baking dish. Looks like we're going to go probably at least another 5 minutes or so. course, I'm indoors, so if I was outdoors and it was cold, you know, you might have to close this up tighter to adjust that temp. But right there is good from inside here, and it's a good thing about these carbon felt windscreens, if I've said that many times, they're nice to use to regulate your heat. So we're going to let this go, and we'll come back when it gets done, around the 25-minute mark or so. Okay, so we're 25 minutes in. Almost 26 minutes. Let's take a look. Okay, yeah, it's risen pretty good. And it's starting to touch the bottom of my handle there. It's not done. I can see that it's real wet right here. And so we'll let it go some more, maybe another 5 minutes or so, and be about the 30-minute mark, and we'll check on it. Okay guys, so we're about 30, almost 31 minutes in. So let's check it. I can tell it's probably done. You can see the edges are brown. Toothpick comes out clean. So we will take this off. Put this stove out. We will let this sit. Okay. If I can get this out. All right. We will. We're gonna let this sit and cool off, and then it should come right out of there. All right. So we'll come back, let it cool off, and we'll take it out. Okay, so we've let it cool off for a few minutes, and we want to take it out of here and see what we got. Now you can see it's separated from the sides. Now see if it comes out. Okay. Didn't come out too clean. The bottom stuck a little bit. It's probably still really hot. You can see steam that came off of that. I think if I would have let it cool off a little more, I probably could have got the bottom to release. It's not really stuck, it's just kind of there we go, separated. I think that came out nice and golden brown, and you can see it still comes pretty clean. This right here will just wipe out. This will just wipe out. Listen, nice and moist, golden brown. And that's I'm telling you, this is pretty dense. So for those of you who have dry baked the whole muffin before, that's a good bit. That's a lot of muffin. If you let it cool off a little bit more, it'll come out nice and clean. But there's your chocolate Betty Crocker chocolate chip muffin. on the BS 1.1 adjustable flame stove, using the 12 centimeter dry baking combo. I'm Sam at Batch Stoves. Thanks for watching. Stop by and visit us at www.BatchStovez.com. Please subscribe. Have a great day.